I'm Sam, and today I'm going to share some tips about how to break down and direct a musical theater song. I'm going to take you through a sped up version of my class. First, I always like to start with an introduction. It includes an online rules of engagement and icebreaker. Second, we're going to go through a warm-up. This is going to get your actors focused, get their bodies moving, and their imaginations flowing. Third, we're going to break down the text and do some analysis. And lastly, we're going to do a closing reflection. All right, let's do it. First thing we want our actors to do when they join our virtual learning platform is to follow the rules of engagement. Number one, mute themselves. Now, most of your older actors are going to be able to know how to mute themselves, so just ask them to do that when they join in and to be mindful of background noise. The younger actors might not know, so you'll have to mute the actors for them, or you can actually walk them through how to mute themselves. Number two, please be in gallery view. Have everyone be in gallery view better so everyone can see each other's faces. This is a class about learning from each other and learning from each other as artists. So if students like something that somebody else says, or just want to give a little applause, have them do the ASL silent applause sign. That way they don't have to unmute themselves. If your actors agree with anything that anybody else is saying with, make sure that they do the me too sign. They don't have to unmute, they can just be like, I agree with that too, me too. Those are our rules of engagement. All right, so let's get started with our icebreaker, which I call mystery object. This is how you would instruct the students. Actors, you all have 30 seconds to find an object in the room that you are in that you want to share with the rest of the class. And I know you might not be in your bedroom, you might be in a grown-up's office. So take a look around and just find an object that you feel excited to share, curious about. Maybe you just like the color, and make sure that it is safe to touch. And go. You have 30 seconds. You have 20 seconds. You have 15 seconds. You have 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 1 second, and done. Everybody come on back. Everybody come on back. Okay, we are all going to do a quick whip around. All of us are going to take a moment to say our name and say something about the object that we are sharing. So I'll go first because I'm a teacher. Hi, my name is Miss Sam, and the object that I wanted to share is this rain stick. I love this rain stick because I really like the noise. Next, and then you would make yourself, then you'll make your way around the circle or around the boxes. And I like to do an icebreaker because I feel like it's a really nice way to have each student practice speaking independently right away from the start. And I also feel like it allows them to take something from their personal space and share it with everybody else in the class, which allows to start building some trust, which can be hard to do over a virtual platform. It's a little bit more personal, which is a good thing. But if you have a time constraint, go ahead, you can cut the icebreaker and just skip to a warm-up. Okay, so now we're gonna do our warm-up. I like to do a stage direction warm-up to get started. This is going to get your actors kind of thinking about spatial awareness and blocking within this box that we're playing with. And because it's a virtual class and we're not on stage, we're gonna change up the terms a little bit. So instead of using downstage, center stage, and upstage, we're gonna use the terms first circle, second circle, and third circle. I'm gonna show you how. This is how you do it. All right, actors, everyone get really close to the camera, get awkwardly close to the camera where you can see everybody's eyes. Look at a different person, look at a different person. Very, very, very nice. This is first circle. If you were to draw a circle inside this box that touches all the edges, my head would be in the middle of that circle. First circle is personal. First circle, you can really see character expression. So can everybody be sad? Everybody be happy? Everybody be angry? Everybody be scared? Excellent job. Can I have everybody back up, please? Please back up, back up, back up, back up. We are going to second circle. This is second circle. Second circle, you can see my face, but you also can see some of my body, right? It's catching me kind of midway. You can see your arms a little bit right now. Can you have space to move your arms? Very nice. This is second circle. Very good. We're going to go to third circle now. Third circle is the furthest away you can be from your camera. For some of you, it might be even further where you can see your feet. Third circle is capturing most of my body. My whole body would be in that big circle that we're drawing in our box. And you can't really see my facial expressions as clearly as you could in first circle. So that means in third circle, I got to use my body to really express. So if I'm sad, I got to be like, oh. If I'm happy, I got to be like, yeah. If I'm scared, if I'm angry, right? Got to use your body and engage your body much more in third circle. Now, as the warm-up, after you go through first, second, and third, you can have your students run back and forth through first, second, and third circle. So can I have all my actors run to first circle, run to the first circle, see if they remember? Okay, now go to third circle, go to third circle. Go to second circle. Jump in second circle. Jump in first circle. Jump in third circle. Nice job. Okay, so we're going to continue with our stage direction game by adding more. So we're going to work with entrances and exits. Can I have everybody please exit screen left? And back to second circle. Can I have everybody exit screen right? And back to second circle. Now, only on a virtual platform do we have this really cool way to exit, which is down. Everybody exit down. And pop back up into second circle. Excellent. Actors, are you ready for a challenge? And hopefully all of them will be like, yes. Great. I would like you to please follow these stage directions. Now, keep in mind that you can do whatever format or outline you want for these stage directions. It doesn't matter, but this is an example. Can I please have all my actors start off screen right? You're going to enter screen right, go to third circle, do a full 360 jump, run to first circle, and scream good night, and then enter, and then exit down. So it'll look like this. Everybody off screen, very good. And lights up. 360 jump. Go down to first circle and scream good night. And come back up. Excellent, good job everybody, very well done. Then, as the director, I would have all my actors try that together as a group. I'd be like, everybody do it again. Good job. Now everybody do it again, but this time, let's not scream good night. What's another way we could say good night that would be really fun and expressive in first circle? And maybe they're gonna be like, you can do it really sad. You can whisper it really creepy. And so let them try out different ways to say good night as the first step. And then after, you can start letting them go one by one. Maybe they don't run on, maybe instead they just walk on and add character. And then the third step would really allow the actors to start picking their own formation of entrances, exits, first, second, and third with some character. So maybe Olivia's like, I want everybody to enter left to first circle. I want everybody to back all the way up to third circle, cry, and then exit down. So let them be really creative and come up with their own moves. And this is all for us to make sure that they have a really good understanding of the language, the new language that we're using, and blocking terms that we will end up using throughout the session. And then you got stage directions, and you're good. So now it's time to do the analysis of the lyrics. I would start like this. All my actors take a seat, very, very nice. If you have a lyric sheet of one small girl, please take that out. That's if they have lyric sheets. If they don't, it's fine. Very good. For your older kids, they can take out a pencil. Very good. Can someone tell me, what does analysis mean? It means to study. Good job. So we are going to study our lyrics for one small girl. I'm going to screen share the lyrics right now. You don't have to screen share with the younger ones, since they can't really read, you can just go ahead and speak through it. Sometimes with growing readers, it's good to bring up the screen share so they can start sounding out the words, especially if they don't have lyric sheets. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share this. Very nice. Can I please have one volunteer read the very first stanza? Great. One small girl in a tree, torn from her mother, crying in fright. Another volunteer, one small girl, tossed by sea and left to face the stormy night, one small girl holding tight. Came another volunteer, at last the storm subsided, and the morning sun glowed, two old peasants came cautiously down the road. You can have one person read it, or you can break them into 3 people. After you have your volunteer read it, you're going to say, awesome. Are there any words that anybody didn't understand? This is when we start highlighting the hard words. So they might say, I don't really know what torn means. You're going to define that. What a fright means. What tossed means. Stormy, subsided, peasants, and cautiously. These might be words that they don't understand. So together you're going to do the best job to let them try to answer. Great, what do you think cautiously means? Most of the time they know. After defining those, you're going to go ahead and start reading again. But this time, you can go ahead and break them into 3 groups if you want. So great, can I have 1, 2, 3, 4, you guys are going to read the first stanza, 1, 2, 3, you're going to read the second, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to read the third stanza. Let's read it one more time, now knowing what those words mean. One small girl in a tree, torn from her mother, crying in fright. Great, first group, what do you think is the simple, what are they trying to say there? Oh, they're trying to say that there was a girl who was in a tree and her mom's gone and she's scared. Great. Second group, read your second stanza. One small girl tossed by sea and left to face a stormy night, one small girl holding tight. Great, what are they trying to say here? Oh, they're trying to say that there was a storm. She was in a storm being thrown around and she was holding on to a tree during a storm. Excellent. Third group, read that last one. Very, very, very nice. What does that mean? Oh, it means that the storm stopped and then it was morning and then all of a sudden 2 old peasants start showing up. Great. Now it's time for our deep analysis, right? That's the preliminary. So here it is below. Who is speaking? Who is the person sharing the story right now? It's not the main character, Ti Moon, so who else could it be? And it's the villagers. So we would say, great, so it's the villagers who are speaking. Where are they? Where are the villagers? Oh, they're on the island. Very good. And who are they speaking to, right? Who are the villagers speaking to? It's always really important because sometimes Ti Moon is going to be speaking to the gods, or she's going to be speaking to Daniel, the person she falls in love with. But the villagers, who are they speaking to? Oh, they are speaking to the audience directly. That's really important because when we start blocking, we want to make sure that we're looking forward, looking to the audience. Now, what do the villagers want? Why are they even telling the story? Oh, they're telling the story because they wanted to share the story of Ti Moon with the rest of the audience. Excellent. So we know what we're saying, we know what it means. Next, I would start breaking up the groups. So I would say, great, so can I please have 1, 2, 3, 4, you 3 are going to be in group 1. Group 1 is just going to do one small girl in a tree, this first section. Group 2 would just be responsible for this section. Group 3 would be responsible for this section. I would have them read in their groups, starting from the beginning, and then you can ask them to start memorizing. Great, I'm going to give everyone 30 seconds just to try to memorize a few lines from their stanzas. And so you can start memorizing. If you want them all to work in one big group, that is okay too. But otherwise, that is the analysis. It's super quick and it's super easy. And the next step would be to put it all together. All right, so we did our analysis. We know what our lyrics mean, but now we have to remember that this is a musical. So we have to sing our lyrics. We have to add movement. The reason we do that in a musical is because the characters are feeling such heightened emotion. They're feeling such drama that the only way that they can express what they feel is through song, right? Is through a heightened medium. So we're going to add singing, our melody, right, with our lyrics, and we're going to add movement and feeling to what we're saying. So if you have your students in groups, you can have each group go and and choose what they want to do for their section, movement-wise and feeling-wise. If you want to build together as a big group and you don't break into groups, that's totally fine too. But otherwise, it's going to look something like this. Okay, actors, so let's start with our very first section. Can I have everybody please back on up? Very, very, very nice. So remember, we're going to start singing our lyrics. So one small girl in a tree. Where do we want to be in our circles, right? If we're going to block ourselves, where can we feel like the girl is as small as possible? Oh, in third circle. So she is the smallest in third circle, right? Excellent job. So what's a movement we can do for one small girl? You let the actors choose. How about, okay, good. So let's be small, one small girl. Let's make a tree. Very, very nice. What could we do next? Torn from her mother down, crying in fright, just like this. Very nice. So this is our movement. Let's just sing it with the movement. Here we go. One small girl in a tree, torn from her mother, crying in fright. But we are missing something, the third special element. How do we feel about what we're saying? Remember, we're singing this, so how are we feeling? A heightened emotion. We must be feeling scared. So everyone, let's do this, but we're really frightened and really scared. One small girl in a tree, torn from her mother, crying in fright. Everybody be scared. Excellent. That will be the first part of the song. I love that. Let's do the second one. One small girl tossed by sea and left to face a stormy night. How can we show movement in this box, right? How can we show movement with our circles, right? Oh, maybe we could go from third to second to first for the C, get our face close, then second circle, go right to left, left to right for it left to face a stormy night. And how about one small girl holding tight? One small girl in the middle, holding tight. We grab our arms. Great, I love that. Let's just go through that movement really, really quickly. One small girl, tossed by sea and left to face a stormy night. One small girl holding tight. Now we're going to sing it, but we have to add feeling. How do we feel about this? Maybe we feel sad. Maybe it's different than the first one. So everyone is going to do this really, really sad and sing it. Here we go. One small girl tossed by sea and left to face a stormy night. One small girl holding tight. And make sure one small girl is a frown, holding tight is down. Maybe stormy night is like you're reaching, trying to find anyone to save you from the waves. When you get close to the camera, really sad, and move back. All right, so that's our second section. Let's put the first and the second section together. A cappella. One small girl in a tree, torn from her mother, crying in fright. One small girl tossed by sea and left to face a stormy night. One small girl, you're in second circle, holding tight. Now the third section. At last the storm subsided and the morning sun glowed and two old peasants came cautiously down the road. How can the storm subside? How can we show that the storm subsided? Well, we have this really cool exit that we can only do in a virtual platform. How about we go down? So at last the storm subsided and maybe the morning sun glowed. It's like a sunrise and the morning sun glowed. Very nice. And two old peasants, where do we want to see the peasants off camera? Because they're going to enter. Where do we want to see them? Okay, let's go right, off screen right. How about we go and two old is up, peasants, point on peasants. And two old peasants. And how about we do three nods? Because in the music, there's going to be a oh it, oh it, oh it. And we do three little nods. And two old peasants, 1, 2, 3, came cautiously down the road. And cautiously, you start moving the peasants cautiously down the road. And we can all exit. Let's all exit, stay screen left. How about that? Since they're entering right, we'll exit left. So let's try that together. Oh, and keep in mind, this section is what we call speak singing. So you're not singing a melody, but you are speak singing, meaning you're staying in the rhythm. So that's really important, which is why these nods are important and really keeping the rhythm. So let's try it together. At last, the storm subsided really hard. Subsided. And the morning sun glowed, glowed. And two old peasants came cautiously down the road and walked off screen. Very nice. So we have glowed, we have subsided, we have all these words. How do we feel about what we're saying now? Great, so maybe what we're feeling is we're feeling hopeful, we're feeling happy. So let's try that. How about subsided, we're not happy yet until we come the morning sun glowed with a big smile on the screen. That'll be really fun. Here we go. At last the storm subsided and the morning sun glowed. And two old peasants came cautiously down the road. Big smile when you exit. Excellent job. So let's put it all together, a cappella, not playing the track yet. We're just gonna do it a cappella. Here we go. You're frightened. The story of Timon. Here we go. One small girl in a tree, torn from her mother, crying in fright. One small girl tossed by sea and led to face a stormy night. One small girl beside, holding tight. Very nice. Here we go. At last the storm subsided. You're not happy yet. And the morning sun glowed. You're so happy. And two old peasants, nod your head, came cautiously down the road and exit. Great. So we have our movement, we have the song, and we have how we feel about it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the track. We're going to do it with music and put it all together. One small in her mother, crying in fright. One small beside, tossed by sea and led to face the stormy night. One small girl holding tight. You're gonna exit down. Here we go. At last the storm subsided. Big smiles and the morning sun glowed. Very nice. And two old peasants came cautiously down the road and exit. Very, very good. You did it. We put it all together, you guys. So now that we put all the pieces together, you could keep going on with the rest of the song with the next pair of lyrics and do exactly the same thing. And it will move faster and faster and faster once the kids know the pattern of what you're doing. The more that they give you input, the better. And also keep in mind that you can stop right here. This is when I would ask them to go away and I would ask them to memorize their lyrics if they have not memorized it. And memorize the whole dance if they're learning the whole dance or just their section of the dance. And then next class, I would move on. Okay, so the next thing you could add after all of this is dynamics. You could have them sing loud, practice singing soft in different sections. You could have students go one by one. You could have each group just go and practice singing in one special dynamic. You can just keep layering and each time will keep deepening the understanding of their section and of how they feel. Other than that, you're good. We did it. Okay, so I want to end with a closing reflection. I do this every session I teach, and it can look like this. Wow, actors, we did some analysis today, we did blocking, we added music, we did some character work, we did all that in such a short amount of time. Well done. So now it's time to close out. So can I please have everyone take your hands? Can you rub them really fast together? Rub them really fast together. Very, very, very nice. Till they're super warm. Do you feel how hot they are? Very nice. Take your hands, place it on your heart. Take a deep breath in and out. And say, we are rock stars. Thank you.